Hello, everyone. Just give me a second to get started. I'm Zaikira Casado, and I'm going to be sharing with you some really vital and industry secrets for your social media. Let me just get this together. Let me just check one more thing. Let's see. All right, let's do it. Okay, so today, again, I'm going to be sharing with you how to use social media to grow your business, some industry secrets. And I'm Zaikira Casado. I've been training in social media for 7.5 years. I used to do it for a national company, for a healthcare company, for all 7 years, just training teams and individuals how to really utilize social media as a tool for their business so they could generate income and get their brands out. So today what we're going to talk about is, first of all, why social media. Of course, I'm going to really focus in on Facebook and Instagram today, because it's a basic training. I do more extensive training, which I'll talk about later. But with this particular training, I want to make sure that we cover all the bases, because there's a lot of little things that sometimes we actually overlook that are very simple, everyday things online that can help us generate the results that we're looking for. Why social media? It's billions of active users every day. Of course, it's free. It's easy. Maybe I should change this to simple, because anything in life that's easy, anybody could do it. But even though it's something that's simple, I think it's more simple than easy, because you got to be consistent. It is very easy to duplicate and train a team or organization with the tools I'm going to share with you, and totally a game changer for your business. So my goal today is to teach you how to use Facebook and Instagram to grow your business, how to build a network of friends, likes, and followers, how to generate leads and sales, as well as how to use the platform as a recruiting tool to close out your prospects. Prospects is basically your the people that we call before they become customers. Okay, these are your interested people. So after the information is there, just know that I have blogs and different things at Zaikira.com that you can take access to that are completely free, and you can definitely take full advantage of that. So let's get to it. So Facebook one-on-one. Of course, you got to create a personal page. And yes, I know some of you probably already have a fan page, but I got to talk to everyone, including the people who have no clue at all. And so you also want to create your fan page, and you also want to understand how each of them, or the difference that they each are used. Hello, how you doing?
Hi, Zakira.
Dorisa, you are late, and I'm not even going to put you on blast, but welcome to the class. But glad to have you. We just got started, so you didn't miss too much. So just hanging in, and definitely you didn't miss much.
Okay.
Again, so what we're going to talk about for Facebook is the difference between the fan page, the personal page. And I know that most of us get more interactions on our personal pages, and it makes you kind of steer to your personal page more often than your fan pages. But the reality is that your fan page, with consistent effort, is the place you want to be at, because a few reasons. And number one, you do have a limitation on your personal page. I'm going to cover this later on. But you only can have 5,000 friends on Facebook, okay? Which is something that if you're not at 5,000 friends, that's the area that you should be sitting here, add a friend, add a friend, add a friend, add a friend. Why? Because again, the whole game of social media is eyeballs. If people don't see your stuff, it's irrelevant. You can have the best content in the world, the best product in the world, the best prices in the world. But if nobody don't know about you, baby, they ain't gonna buy it. So understanding the difference. So let's talk about that for a moment, which is finding friends and building likes. Finding friends for your personal page, you definitely want to utilize the family and friends search bar. If you've never used that, you probably did when you the very beginning of when you actually opened up Facebook. However, there is a ton of if you go back there again, there are a ton of people that you might overlook that can be your a friend of yours on there. Again, the limitation is 5,000. Okay, I know if you have like 200 friends right now, you're like, you're 5,000. Are you serious? Yeah, it can be done. It can be done in a very short period of time, but you don't want to go in and do 5,000 friends in one day because you will definitely go in jail, Facebook jail. So you want to definitely, though, over time, build yourself up to the 5,000 friends, not because you have to, but because you're online for business. Remember, this is only the things I'm going to share with you if you're trying to grow for business. Now, I just kind of mentioned this already, but I don't know if you always see the tab on Facebook that says people you may know. They even have it on Instagram now, where they show the people that you may actually know so that you can keep pouring that funnel. Search for your personal industry. What that means is like Janelle is in the industry of what is it, candles? I know she's muted. She'll talk about that later. But so you would want to Google and find people who may be in the same company as you for many reasons, to network and to learn, because some people are probably killing it in Cincy and they're using social media. And so you want to find people in your industry so you can learn from them and network. I'm going to up this to about 15. The reason for this, it depends on how many friends you have. If you're very close to 5,000 friends on Facebook, then you can do the 5 friend request. The only reason why I put this here is because I don't want you to go to Facebook jail. It's okay to go to Facebook jail though, because if you do go to Facebook jail, just know that means you're working. Okay. So even though I get frustrated when they lock me up for doing something like sharing too much, or I'm like, you know what, I was working though, because that's the only reason why they put me in jail. So anyway, you can also do things to grow your business by putting your Facebook URL in your emails. So what I mean by that is, like, at the bottom it says sincerely Zakira Casado, blah, 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 www.facebook/Zakira or Instagram.com/whatever. Because the reality is people check for you more on social media way beyond. Now before people would Google you, but now people want to see what you have on social media. People judge you and your business based off of you over here talking about crazy stuff online. They may not buy from you. Okay. So that's a whole nother part of the training too. But again, this part is put it in your emails will just help people locate you a lot faster. Add your prospects that you've spoken to. Sometimes, with your own self, you're like, what? Like, what am I talking about here? No, add your prospects that you've spoken to. I think what I meant here is that, like, the people you've already talked to who have made an interest in your business, inquired about your business, these people you should be on social media too, because of course in your businesses you can have tools that are autoresponders, or they're all these different things to help you kind of stay in front of people. But social media is a tool in itself, because if you're constantly being consistent, it's called dripping, actually. When you keep dripping on people, it's the thing that will make them remember you. Because honestly, sometimes people want to buy from you, but they can't buy from you because they forgot about you. And it's not that you're not popping. It's just that the fact that you honestly, the kids people doing online schooling, the spouse acting crazy, they got to cook dinner, they got to run errands, so they forget. And so social media is another avenue to help them remember you. Okay, building likes for your fan page. Now, you want to definitely invite your friends from your personal page to your fan page. Constantly just do that. And now they actually have this really cool tool where you can just click select all. So if you go back to your fan page and click invite, this was not there. I know it wasn't there 3-4 years ago, but I know recently I went back there, and because of a new fan page I started for my African Ankaras and jewelry, that now you could just click add all. And so if you got 3,000 friends, 2,000 friends, or 1,000 friends, now you just click on it and it takes you right there, which I think is, thanks, Facebook. All right. Then you also want to share your fan page on your personal profile. This is an industry secret. Okay, this is one of my industry secrets. Let me drink some water before I give it to you. This is something that every person who has a fan page that's trying to build the interactions that they're looking for is, okay, how can I explain it? Everybody shares people's stuff off their fan pages, you know, funny videos, all of that. And so in the midst of you doing that for other people, make sure you do that for your own business. Not excessively, and don't let it be, you want to kind of camouflage it in between the other things that you're sharing, because you don't want to seem like this spammer who is just sharing your own stuff for your own reasons or whatever. You know, you just don't want your page looking crazy, because your page is a presentation. If you didn't write down nothing today, you better write that down. Your page is a presentation to who you are and why people should buy from you. Now, ask your friends and families to share the page. You can do incentives for them. Hey, share my, can you share this post? Share my last 3 posts and get a free sample of whatever. Or share my post and get blah, blah, blah. The game is that, yes, again, I know even I do it. I have to really discipline myself to do my work on my fan page, knowing that if I do it on my personal page, it's going to get more interactions. But what you're looking for is to direct the attention to that fan page, because it will eventually pop. Okay, it will definitely eventually pop for you. Now, the next thing is, okay, include both your personal page and sometimes when you just look at yourself like, Kira, did you have to put that again? Really? But it's the same thing. You want to just include that in your outgoing emails, the fan page as well. So how to brand yourself on Facebook. What is branding? Branding is creating an image. Branding is creating a message. When you think of golden arches, you think of McDonald's, no matter what part of the country you're in. If you think of have it your way, you immediately think Burger King. You know, so branding comes in different forms and fashion. It's creating an image, it's creating a message. It's becoming, for you individually, it's becoming the go-to person in that industry. So some people know me as, some parts of the world will call me the social media queen. That's just what I've been coined, because it's something that I've been doing for a long period of time. Okay. Some people know me for selling plans. Some people know me, whatever the different things is. Now, the things that, this rule is definitely an industry secret. I wish I had sound effects, because I would make it like industry secret. Okay. So this would be an industry secret, is the 80-20 rule. You might have heard this on Why Did I Get Married, but this applies for business too. So it's actually the Pareto. Oh gosh, let me not even try. It's not coming to me. But if you type Google 80-20, there's an actual scientific philosophy thing about the 80-20 rule. But for your social media and your platform, specifically on your personal page, you want to think 80-20. 80% of the time, you should be talking about your family, friends, occupations, the food that you ate, and all the stuff that don't apply to business, but it kind of does, and I'll share what I mean. But 20% of the time, you should be talking directly about your business. So let's say you are selling jewelry, okay? If I'm on my personal page, I should post, let's say I'm posting 10 posts for the day. 8 of them should be about just me, and 2 of them should be about specifically, hey, go to my website and check this out. That's the 80-20 rule, okay? Even in your fan pages, it's just essential, and it helps to still create this. But there's always a exception to every rule. So for example, I may post a picture like this, but you know what? you can make 80% posts be 20% posts without people actually knowing it's 20%. The reason for this is what I mean by this is I always give the example of burnt toast. At one point, I was recruiting for work at home opportunities. I still work with the company, very part-time. And the thing is that you would recruit. And so one of the things that I did was I posted a picture of me burning up toast. And it was a picture of burnt toast because I was talking to a prospect. Hold on. I was talking to a prospect, and the prospect made me forget about the toast. I don't use a toaster. I'm kind of old school in that area. I like my toast in the broiler with a little bit of butter. You know, you hurry up and take it out, flip it, and it'd be so good. That toaster can't do that. And so I forgot about it, and then the alarm went off, and I'm talking to the lady. She still signed up with me, though. But the point is that I took a picture of the toast, and I shared it like, okay, you know, this is what happens when you work from home and try to make toast. So people were like, oh, that's funny. How I sign up? What you mean you work from home? And so I was talking about, and this was all by accident. This is what made me realize a lot of these 80% posts, that's about, think of form when I say, if I forgot to give you this, but think of form: family, occupation, recreation, message. Those are the 80% posts. So think form, like a form you fill out. And then those are the things that people want to see online. People don't care about your business, but they will buy from you. They don't come for your business, but they will buy from you if it's what, you know, if it's attractive in different ways in regards to social media. So the burnt toast post was about my life, but it was about my business without me talking about my business. You got it? You got what I'm saying, right? So, okay. Anyway, so even though the 80-20 rule applies, some 80% posts can become 20 without them knowing, okay? So what to post? Update your status. The reason for this is this right now is the most powerful tool in the world to sell any product or service, and that's the phone. And this screen needs to be notifying people that's connected to you about whenever and as many times as possible without you looking like a crazy person, okay? And so every time you update, and or every time your close friends update their status, you know what it says? It'll be like, hey, Tarisha just changed her status. And so that's a notification. That's why you should update it. It doesn't have to be something profound all the time, but throw in a quote. Just throw something up regularly every day. When do you also get notifications? Oh my gosh, Janelle just posted a picture. And people go and look, like, what picture she just posted? Where's she at? What's she doing? Oh my gosh, we go nosy. Okay, and so, you know, what do you need to do to notify people? This is all free too. It's not like you got to pay Facebook or Instagram to notify anybody. They do it automatically. And then instructional videos. People love watching how things are made, whether it's food, whether it's, you know, like those people who be doing the paint and stuff. And, you know, people love those type of things. People like information, especially if it's entertaining. Articles for the bookwormers and geek burgers. I do still read articles. I know I might be a little outdated, but I do still read my articles, damn it. And so sometimes you might see a good article about coronavirus. You guys, I hope you're wearing your mask. That stuff is serious. Last year I was thinking, nope, it ain't serious. Girl, let me tell you, my doctor said, honey, I think you got COVID. I said, what? So I'm just telling y'all, I've been reading a lot of articles on COVID. It is not no joke. So, but the purpose of me bringing up articles is that it is something that people like to read. Because what will it do? It notifies people. This is what we want to understand on what we should be posting. What content is going to engage people enough to stick around to see what else you're going to post, which eventually comes in products and services. Quotes, graphics, and text. What I mean by that is basically memes. When I made this, the word, I don't think memes was around, I don't know. But that's what I mean by graphic text. So, you know, people love quotes. People need inspiration. People are locked down. If you're in North Carolina, you got to be in the house by 10 o'clock. You know, they need to be inspired right now, okay? Even though Megan says she's the one helping everybody in the quarantines, but no, I'm telling you these quotes because after a while you hear that it gets annoying in your ear. Some of these songs, but these are just things you can post, especially when you don't have anything new to post, or it's like fillers. Think of it like. Of course, every post that you want to post is going to be about your business. That's what you want to do, but that's not effective. And so in between like the sandwich, like a good sandwich has on, I'm from New Jersey originally, so, I'm a sub person. Every good sandwich has some lettuce, some tomato, a little red onion, some, I don't know if you like mayonnaise. I'm not really into mayonnaise like that no more, but mustard. You got your different meats if you like meat, but I usually just do the provolone cheese, oil and vinegar. You got to have oil and vinegar, and so these things make the sandwich yummy. And so that's what these other posts in between your business posts are all about. Also tips. People love tips. Like one of the best, most powerful tips I've ever learned on social media was that the box at the Chinese place that they give you that holds your food is actually a plate. And so that's, I don't know if you didn't know that, but that's why they never give us plates, because that's the plate. Did y'all know that? Nod your head, yes or no, if you didn't know that. Is that not great information? That's why Chinese folks gonna be giving us the plates. I thought they was being cheap, but the plate is the rice thing. So if you unhook it and it'll go flat like a plate. I still want my paper plates though. I still do. But that's what I learned on social media. So anyway, let's move on from the plates. Best times to post. The best way to remember this, definitely you need to be posting. I think you should do, yes, I'm telling you 1 to 3 times is the minimum. But I'm going to recommend a book too for everybody. And I don't get paid for this, but he need to send me a check one day. Is this book 10X by Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone's methodology is if you sit down and think, okay, I want to do this. I want to grow my business using social media. So if you think, okay, I'm going to do 3 posts, he says you should always times your activity by 10. So it's called 10X. It's a great book. I've read half of it before. I just reopened it and restarted it, and it's an amazing book, okay? It's called 10X. I'll show you the cover of it before we end this. But it's called 10X. So the best times to post is you got to be consistent. So I say 1 to 3 times, but Grant Cardone said time that by 10. So that's up to you. Now, I think definitely by 10 if you're including all platforms. Because you got to think about it. You still got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got Snapchat, you got TikTok, you got all these different sites. I think Facebook and Instagram is the main thing, no, but think of it like, I'm not telling you to post 20 times on Facebook, but you get what I mean, okay? Now, they say most traffic is between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m., but I'm just going to help you very simplify this, and that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. People wake up, they go on social media. They take a break at work, they go on social media. Before they go to bed, they go on social media. So think breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but also remember that there is peak hours between 1 and 3 and 6 and 8. However, you want to think big and remember that there are different time zones as well. Of course, it depends on your network if someone from California is going to see it. But if you're not from your original state and you're from another state that's in a different time zone, and it's very likely that you probably have people that would see your stuff if you posted around the times that they would have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner in Cali is totally different from ours here, excuse me. And so I think I got a button that popped, excuse me. I hope I was not exposing y'all. But anyway, that's that. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Using Facebook groups for marketing, I think this is one of the most effective ways that I have ever recruited and or made sales with any company that I worked with or any product that I was marketing, and that's through Facebook groups. You want to find groups, you want to post in them daily, and you want to do sample ads, create a group, which is very optional, but let me just explain the 4 bullets. How to find groups is basically you can find every business person should be in buy and sell groups. So you can type North Carolina buy and sales group, New Jersey buy and sales groups, Buy and swap. Buy and sell groups are huge. Okay. And these buy and sell groups will allow you to promote in their groups. Okay. You know, that's something that you want to keep finding, not just in your area, especially if you're a business that is national and you can promote all over the place, then you want to be in everybody's group. Okay. Especially think of hotspots like Cali, Atlanta, New York, New Jersey, Las Vegas, everywhere you want to travel to, you should be there if it's United States, okay? Or that you have traveled to, you want to be there because, you know, that's that. The reason why I say posting in groups is so essential is because, like I said to you before, you're limited to your personal network, okay, to 5,000 friends. But on groups, a group can have 200 million people in a group, right? And you're connected to all of them from your personal page based off of the group. You also want to find groups that you share the same interests in. Let's say gardening or those type of things, because you can meet people that way as well. Posting ads on your fan page. If you've ever posted and be like, hey, you want to boost this post for $5? Or you want to boost this post for $2? Or no, I think the lowest is $5. But let me just say this: free posts versus boosted posts. I'm going to show you examples of this as well, so you can just actually see it. And so let me just explain this. You enter your ad in a new post. Okay, that means that if you, let me just bring the pictures up because they are fire. Okay. All right. So when you see all of this here, this is basically allowing you to target specifically who you want to target. So let's say if you have a very small amount of people on your fan page, let's say your fan page is like 300 people or 200 people. If it's not like thousands of people, then I wouldn't put people that like your page. But you can do that if you specifically want to target those people. It's nothing wrong with that. However, you can also do it through your friends who have liked the page specifically, or you can have your audience be through targeting. Targeting means like, I want this ad to go in, and I don't have this picture here, but it'll actually let you pick gender, where they live. That's targeting. If they are interested in gardening, interest, that's what targeting is. The location is targeting, the age, those type of things. Once you click boost post, it's going to give you options, but you want to make sure specifically a couple things. Number one, I would only do this on a card that's not connected to your bank card. And please understand, this is from personal experience where, you know, honey, Facebook gonna come get their money. Okay. So make sure you try it out on a account or a card that's not going to, because maybe you don't know what you're doing, and maybe you might make a mistake and put 15,000 reach is your limit. And the duration is also important too, because if you only put 1 day, then it's not going to charge you. But if you make the mistake like I did and then put like 2 weeks and it's charging you $50 a damn day, if you don't catch it in time, you're going to be looking like, I'm never going on Facebook again, but that was my fault. So you want to definitely consider that as well. Now, Instagram. I know Janelle was like, she told me she was going to talk about Instagram. It's 3:33. She only got about 20 more minutes here. What? Let's get the good old Instagram. What is Instagram? It's a 400 million user platform that Facebook now owns. It's marketed to the younger audience. However, I kind of agree with this statement for myself, but then I just thought about it as I said it. I think most people do go, well, statistically, it shows that Instagram for the past 3 years have been responsible for accelerating small business. And it's not just from young people. People really will go to Instagram like how they used to Google companies or use the Better Business Bureau. Okay. So it's not just the younger crowd, but the younger crowd do usually hang out there because you know, old people like to read stuff and can comment different ways and all that stuff. I mean, I love Facebook. I like Facebook better than Instagram, so I'm not old though. Anyway, free, simple, and easy to duplicate for your teams. Of course, install the app, and I know I have to talk to everybody. It's some people who don't have Instagram. Add your profile, add your statement. Make sure you have your websites there. Make sure you also have a public profile, because the reason why I say this is that I'm not your page, your message and your picture has to be so phenomenal for me to be like, yeah, let me go and follow you. You private. If I don't know you, why you that special? Say, let me stop. No, I'm just saying for business purposes, it's just essential to be public. If it's your personal page, don't matter, and you can have up to 4 pages. Wait, let me before I say that. Hold on. You can have up to, because I know I got the limit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages on Instagram. So keep your private page, public page private, but make sure all your business pages are public. And you want to actually add 6 pictures. This new thing with these young people, I did not mean to press that. I don't know why they do the whole deleting things. They be deleting their pictures. I be like to my son, like, you had all those pictures, where are they? Oh, you know, I gotta stay popular, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so you gotta at least have 6, and I had to mention that for the young people who like to delete them. I mean, I guess it could be effective. I'm sorry, I went back 2 slides, so just let me catch back up here. Now, a couple industry secrets are about to come out, so hopefully you got your pens and papers out. How to get followers. Follow your Facebook friends. The next slide is industry secrets. Follow your contacts, meaning they have the same exact that tool that Facebook has, and they're the same company now. By the way, they bought it for $1 billion. That not amazing? Okay. Search relevant hashtags, scroll through and like pictures. And the reason why you want to like pictures is because how many times have someone liked your picture on Instagram and then you click their name and check them out? So if you do it, they may go and click your name and actually follow you back. Okay. Follow other people in home business, or your business is what I meant, and invest in your page. And I'll explain that in a minute. How to brand yourself on Instagram, what to post, personal pictures, ads, videos, quotes, and these are a few tips. Now, what you were talking about, Janelle, earlier is patterns do create curiosity. It does create people to want to check. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I do have a pattern on mine where I do white, white, dark, white, white, dark, white, white, dark, white, white, dark. Why? Because remember, your timeline in your page is a what? Presentation. And so you do a gift from Zoom. Okay. Thank you, Zoom, for my gift. You're messing up my picture. So Zoom just sent me something, but hold on, I have to get it out the way. Okay. So Instagram is, so doing these patterns, because it's only a platform that allows pictures, does give you a little bit more on your page. Okay, if that makes sense. So think about it. When you go on people's page and they have like their patterns, you're like, wow, that's so cool. How did she do that? Now, you might be attached to your pictures and like, oh, I don't want to do this, but delete them, start over and create your pattern. Look at other patterns first, and what you don't necessarily have to delete them. You can just begin your pattern. So it's kind of cool sometimes when people can go back and see when you started it. But to give you an example, I'll tell you, if you look at my page, what I do is I always post light, dark, light. That's what's in my head. Light, dark, light. Quote, me, quote. And you can go to my page to kind of see it. And then you calculate, well, how did she do this? Or how did he do this? Or and you got to play around with it till you get your pattern, or hire somebody, but it's not difficult to do. You don't have to delete everything that you've already have up there, but you certainly can remove it or start it now so that you can begin the pattern. Okay. How often to post? You should post at least 3 times a day on Instagram, because if you are going to create a pattern, you don't have to create a pattern, but if you do, the 3 is going to keep it balanced, if that makes sense, because it's 3 blocks. You know what I'm saying? It's 3 blocks. So you have to maintain the pattern, then you need to do 3, so it don't be like lopsided. Makes sense. Use hashtags, okay? Especially in the beginning, because hashtags, from my experience, it was one point where if I posted on Instagram, I would get no interactions, which is fine, you know, forget y'all too. But when I wouldn't get the interactions, I noticed when I used hashtags, hashtag MLM, hashtag home-based business, this is when I was recruiting, you know, hashtag dental plans, hashtag African Unkairos, hashtag whatever yours is, you know, candles, waxing, fragrance, fashion, those what you want to hashtag, because when you do that, sorry, my lips got dry. When you do that, that's going to allow you to pretty much give you what you are looking for, basically, the people. I always think of hashtags like back in the day when you were at a library and you're looking for a book and you had to go through the catalogs, they specifically take you to where the book you're looking for, if that makes sense. Y'all remember those, right? Am I outdating myself? But the library, those things they help you find the book you're looking for. And that's what hashtag does, kind of redirects people. Like if I'm looking for really good smelling candles, or if I'm looking for good fragrance, or if I'm looking for whatever, and you hashtag it, is going to bring it to them. The generalization of your business should be your hashtags, if that makes sense. All right, Instagram and Facebook stories. This is the money makers, okay? Just remember this statement, okay? Facts tell, but stories sell. Okay, that's an industry secret. Facts tell. And Brandy, you are so late, and I ain't even gonna put you on blast. And I just think you should just open your camera so we could see you, so we could just say, you know, we love you, but you late. Say now, let me stop. Welcome to the class. You late, but welcome to the class. Okay, and this is being recorded, so no worries. I will make sure y'all have the copies of the recording. But yeah, I put you on blast, Brandy.
That's okay. That's okay. You have every right. This is your time, and I'm sorry for being late. I had something come up.
No, it's okay. It's okay. All love. All right, so just remember, this is an industry secret. Facts tells, but story sells. And this is why your Facebook and Instagram story is the big money maker. And I'm going to take a little extra time to talk about this part of it. And if you're like, well, what can I do with my story? How can this all work? But your story is what it is. It is telling your story. Remember, most people don't come online to buy. Most people come on to be nosy, see pictures, these different things. However, you can create this, let me just get into it. The thing I love about it is that you can monitor your engagement with stories, where you might post a picture on Facebook and 3,000 people might have saw it, or 300 people, you know, but there's no way to gauge it. There's no way to tell you who saw it, you know? And sometimes people will see it, and sometimes people will like it literally in their head, but don't like it. Okay, sometimes we even do that, you know. For the most part, I like what I like, but sometimes even with Instagram, you might like it, see it, and then it refreshes and disappears, and you can't even find the post again anymore. So the thing I love about the story is that it captures and allows you to know who and how much. Who and how much is very important to know, because it tells you the people that you're attracting with your post, and it's also telling you the amount of people who is reviewing it. Because remember, like I said earlier on here, you can have the best content, but baby, if no one's seeing it, then you can't sell it. You know, if they can't see it, then they can't sell it. Okay, you can't sell it. Okay, and so I want you to really understand that that's one of the most powerful things. Because if you know your insights are the things that are like, okay, 20 people went to your website from Facebook, from the country of Zimbabwe or the USA. Those are insights. And the freaking story gives you your insights for free, and it shows you who it's attracting. The other thing is, let's say if you post 10 things in your story and you see like, oh, you got 50 people who looked at it, and then it keeps dropping, like, oh, now it's like 50 to 10. Then you can kind of say to yourself, what kind of made it drop? What will allow them to keep watching that story? And the way that you do this is by studying the people that you keep clicking to. And it's some people who you'll get to the third one and you're like, oh, this is too much. Let me just swipe. You know how you swipe and go to the next person. Look at the people's pages or the stories, because the stories are still, all of this is intertwined. It's just that the story allows you. Can y'all see me? I'm still here. Hi, am I here? Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. I just got a little message up here. All right, so these allow you to kind of see that on another level, but they're all connected. Your timeline, everything we talked, that's all connected to this. However, the story allows you to get in-depth details that you need to know how to adjust. Okay. The other thing is it allows you to add links for viewers so they can click and buy. How many times have y'all ever tried to purchase something online, and because the process was difficult, you just didn't buy it? It's not that you didn't want it, but they asked for something else. The credit card didn't save, and now you got to go get your pocketbook, and whatever the process was, it was just too much, and then you forget about it. Well, in your story, you can create links and put links in here for users to just click and buy. However, if you are on Instagram, this is an industry secret, you have to have 10,000 followers. Hence why I said one of the other things that you might have to do is invest. And the reason for this is I'm saying this is that, yes, you can on your own build up to 10K. However, you can also invest. You can also invest to engage and have more followers. For this only reason I'm telling you this, because when I found out that this was before I started investing, I got my page to 8K. That's when I found out that all I needed was 2K for me to be able to add links, and that's when I invested. Okay, so I'm not saying that you can't get to the whole 2K, but I was impatient because I needed to put those links in here. So when it says swipe up, and you swipe up and then it takes you to their website or it takes them somewhere else, the reason why you can't do it is because you don't have 10K followers on Instagram. Okay. And so if you had 10K followers, you can do anything. You can put links, you can put videos, but if you don't have 10K followers, the only thing that you can attach in your story that's a link is your IG videos. Okay. Your IGTV videos. So if you can invest, this is another tip I'm going to give you, is that if you cannot invest, you can simply create videos to explain how to get to your website. However, there's nothing more powerful than clicking. If you can click it, then it's more simple. And we're talking, I think if you have 0 followers and you invested to someone to help you to get to 10K, you're probably going to spend about $200, okay? Maybe $200. You don't have to do it all at once either, maybe get yourself, I can definitely recommend someone to anyone. Just text me after or email me and I'll give you his information on Instagram, because he, to me, is the most affordable one and reliable, because sometimes they'll tell you they get followers and then you won't get no followers. You're like, yeah, send me $20 to PayPal and I'll get you 10K. That's unrealistic. So if someone's telling you they're going to get you like 10,000 followers for $10, that's probably a scam. Okay. But you guys take risks. But this particular person, I've never really had too many issues with him. No, I've had no real issues with him except for him trying to raise his price on me. But that's, again, you can get it and you can build it. But had I known from all of the things I was doing, the follow for follows that got me to the 8K followers, I may have invested before. However, I will just give a disclaimer: if you invest, don't count those people totally like your network, because your likes and your, you know how sometimes you might see someone that may have like 20 million followers, right? And then they have like 1 like. you don't want to create that for you. That's why the minimum is 10. Once you get to your 10 or 11K, build naturally. Okay, this is just because you got to play the game. The game is, if you want to put links, you got to have 10K in there. Okay, you want to add fun graphics, use the text swipe up, and use customer reviews. In other words, if you have the ability to show testimonies, the story is the best place. The story doesn't have to be as perfect as the timeline. In other words, your story is different. Your story just is up there for 24 hours and then it disappears. The reason for the whole, and that all came from Snapchat, excuse me, is because it allows you to have the most realist experience possible with this person. But, you know, reality is that social media is virtual. However, the story is the closest thing to real life for individuals because it is real life. I mean, social media can make and break your brand. You can go online and do something that would deter your brand and it'll blow up. I mean, social media, even politically and for civil rights movements, all these other movements, you know, social media is a powerful tool. So don't get me wrong, even though it's not real life, it can affect your real life and your pockets if you're using it for business. Social media etiquette, the do's: post daily, be positive, be a positive force for people to follow. Okay, remember what I told you, sometimes it's not all about just your product. Sometimes, not even sometimes, people do buy you, you know, and a part of, because it's not about just the first sale. Anybody can make one sale. But the key to business is if they come back to you, okay? If they come back the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth time, you know, my home daycare, my children are with me usually for the whole 4 or 5 years, and then they go to preschool, and that's when they leave me, when they go to kindergarten. However, you know, that's, you want a business, or you want your business to bring your customers to you that are going to come back. Okay, so be positive, be a positive force that people want to follow. So maybe because you posted that post about, you know, one time I had a lady inbox me, told me that this quote I posted was the thing that helped her not, you know, go off the ledge. And I don't know if she really meant like kill herself, but I know she meant that she needed that. And that makes people remember you. Because remember, the key to branding and business is that you have to become, okay, there's another really good book called, why can't I think of this book? I know it's by Tim Ferriss. I will post it later. But anyway, he tells a story about how if you're from the city and you come down south and you see for the first time cows and horses outside, you're like, oh my God, look at the horses, look at the cow. But after you saw it 2 or 3 times, no one is going to jump up and get excited about the cows and the horses because you've seen it already. However, if you saw a purple cow with yellow polka dots in that field, you're going to get that first experience again. Oh my God, Mom, look! Because it's a purple cow with yellow. Anyway, you need to be the purple cow. Okay? And to be the purple cow, literally, you got to be the purple cow. You have to stand out, and you have to be memorable. And if you're memorable, then people will buy from you, not just buy from you. That's not the purpose of just buying, because sometimes you might just help someone, like the quote. The quote may have helped that woman do something else. I don't remember if she ever bought anything, but you want to be memorable enough where they do remember you. So if they do decide to buy, they buy with you, if that makes sense. Okay, I don't know, that whole positive force thing just took me off. Be social. I don't understand people who are on social media who are not social. And I wasn't going to give this secret today, but I don't know why I like y'all. So one of the other things that people miss out on is, and this is in my book, 10 Social Media Secrets That'll Get You Paid. I'll be even generous because y'all came on and give you the ebook version for free. I won't give y'all the paperback because I ain't doing it that big yet. Say, let me stop. I'm just kidding. The ebook is just way more simple to get. And I will send y'all the link and instructions in an email on how to actually obtain the book through an ebook. So anyway, the end of my social media secrets, I'd say one of my secrets is to mind your manners. In other words, a lot of times people that I see, one of the biggest mistakes when I would train them, oh my God, it's 53 after, is that let's say someone go, oh girl, I like your outfit. And they'll just like it. But don't say your thank you. Like if she was in person and the person's in person and they said, girl, I'm liking your hair, or girl, I'm liking this, you're going to say thank you. And you ain't got to tell them where you got it from either. That's a psychological thing. I'm like, girl, thank you. This thing is and it only cost me $2. That's messing up the compliment. Just accept the compliment, okay? They're telling you because they actually believe you fly. So just take it. Anyway, so what people make when I say be social, when you're social, it's social media. So if they say they like something or if they share something, oh my gosh, if people share your stuff, every person who share my stuff, I don't care if it's 1 million people. Well, I haven't had that happen yet, but even if it's a ton, like hundreds of people that shared it, I'm going to say, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And tag them. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. So they didn't have to share it and it's on their page. So that's free advertisement for you. Okay, I'm getting winded. All right. So be a giver and not a taker, meaning make sure that you give information. Maybe your products or services, like one of the things that I like to educate people on is the educational side of whatever I'm selling, like it's not just, I'm just selling these jewelry from, this stuff here or whatever. It comes from Africa. This is black. Like I've been trying to tell people this is, you can actually invest in our motherland, like our place that look like us, you know how I say made in China? Well, this is made in Africa, you know what I mean? And that's just really helping Black people and, as a whole. So that's the educational side of my business. Those are things that you want to give to people, like, I know Janelle does Simply, there might be a therapeutic thing about candles or the fragrance that helps them in a not a metaphoric, in a medicinal way. That can be something. So be a giver and not a taker, provide value and also inspire. Okay. I think everyone who's going to use social media as a platform or in business, period, we have a responsibility to be inspirational, kind of. I mean, I know sometimes you'd be like, I need the inspiration, but you get it sometimes when you're online. So make sure you give that in return and provide the value that that you're looking for. Don't post anything negative. These are the don'ts, please. I mean, even with the election was one of the hardest things, because you're like, you can take, like, I was clear on who I voted for, but I wasn't like, yeah, that big orange face, blah, 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 It's, don't be tacky and negative, and you don't want to, because those energies really will come back to you. Don't only post ads. Don't message people trying to sell them because they liked your post. Oh, that's annoying. Don't post your sales pitch on people's walls. And please don't respond. Okay, this thing here is in the way. I can't see what I wrote. Hold on. Okay, don't sales pitch on people's walls or in response to their posts. Meaning, like, when people be like, oh, you post your thing and then they post their website on your post about your website. I think that's so tacky. So don't do that, okay? Don't be that person, because I remember almost every person that does that, and I either block them or I don't follow them, or I just think that's so annoying. Don't spend your whole day on social media, okay? You give limits. I love that the iPhone has a thing that tells you how long you've been on there. Oh my God, I'm sorry. We got to do Q&A. Okay, we're done. You're ready to conquer Facebook and Instagram. I have more specialized trained social media classes. There are $25 per class, or you can take a bundle package if you want to do specific trainings. Like, there is psychological things to social media and there's methodological things to social media, and those classes just have a lot more. However, I know that you got a whole lot here, and I will make sure all of you have the recording. please don't think this is an overnight process. You know, don't get off of here and you start posting, you start taking the tools, and then you do your 3 Instagrams for 2 days and you're like, it doesn't work. No, give yourself a year, you know, to getting good at social media. It's worth it because it's going to help you make money. Don't be intimidated by social media. Don't be scared to post. Don't make mistakes. You got to. That's how I learned everything on social media. I've done classes, don't get me wrong, and I've taken classes for social media because I wanted to get good at it. But a lot of the things I've learned online in business is because I will mess up. Okay. I'll go on there, click it. That's how I find out what's new on IG and these different things, because, you know, just don't be intimidated by it. Be a student and enjoy the process as well. All right. That's our thing. One of the ways that you can learn from me is just to follow me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram as Ikira. You can see my Instagram posts. I know I'm kind of slacking today with my story, but I'm going to post on there soon. And let me see if we have any questions before we wrap up. I wanted to see. I don't know why this is not letting me do this. Just give me 1 second to see if we have any questions. Oh, is this it? Do we have any questions? Any questions at all about anything that we covered? Any questions? No questions? Does that mean I did a great job? Let me stop. Okay, and then Brandy, I don't have a problem with making sure that you have the recording. I did record this. I don't know how long it takes to convert. But definitely you can follow my blog, follow me. I don't mind any. Only thing I ask for this training is if you had a good time and you learned anything, even one thing, give me a shout out, tag or something. Let me even take a picture of this. You know, give me a shout out. Let me know, you know, what you gained or knowledge, and tag me. That would be enough for me. I would definitely appreciate that so much. And if you want the copy, I will send an email with the instructions on how to get the copy. You're just going to go to the page. I'll make sure you have the link and put in the code industry secrets. And I'll just put that in instructions in an email so that you can get a free copy of 10 social media secrets. That'll get you paid. If you want the paper copy, it is on my website as well. But I will make sure y'all have the ebook version of this so that you can get the 10 secrets as well. All right. So if there's no questions, it's 4 o'clock. I am wore out. Okay. Please wear your mask out there because COVID is real. Okay. It's very real. You know, I'm in quarantine right now, just trying to get better. And I have all the symptoms. I didn't get a positive result, but this junk is real. Like, I feel like I just ran a hurdle just talking. Okay. So just please wear your mask and be careful out there. And any questions or anything before we wrap up?
No. Hope you feel
learn
better.
anything? Did you learn anything?
Well,
Huh? Did y'all learn anything?
Yes.
yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. A lot of good news too.
Well, let me say that one time. Look, sorry. Wait, did y'all learn anything?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I did. Thank you guys so much. I will let y'all know any of my other classes or any free trainings. I have another one for writing a book. It's not the full class because, again, just like this class, there's more intensive classes that I will give, but I don't mind giving the basics. So if you ever are interested in writing a book or ebook or anything like that, actually get it published on Amazon and all that stuff, then I'll let you know through my website. Just keep checking there so that you can get that information. And just give me some time to get the recording to you all so that you can go back and review anything that we covered. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace and hair grease. Thanks for watching and thanks for joining me today. Okay?
Thank you. Have a good day and feel better.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm fighting it, girl. I'm here. Darn it. I know COVID. All right. All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.